Please welcome the United States Senator from Arkansas, Tom Cotton.
Thank you. For 8 years, we've seen what happens when America leads from behind. Leading from behind. That's not what the Army taught me. And to everyone who agrees that America ought to lead the way, I have a message to deliver. And let me say it loud and clear: help is on the way. Let me tell you a story about an Arkansas farm boy who became a soldier. When America was at war, he was away at school, and then in a comfortable professional job, exempt from service. But he sacrificed that comfort against the wishes of his family, against the wishes of his father, who himself had served. He volunteered for the Army. He became an infantryman. That farm boy was my dad, Lynn Cotton. He went to Vietnam in 1969. Thirty-five years later, because of 9/11, I did the same. Against the wishes of my family, I gave up my legal career and I volunteered for the Army. And I became an infantryman, and I went to Iraq and Afghanistan. My dad said he felt like God was punishing him for what he did to his dad. But God wasn't punishing them. God had called us to serve, just as he calls so many of you to serve as well. My family isn't extraordinary. In fact, we're very ordinary. From the farms of Arkansas to the fire stations in New York, so many families could tell the same story. The defense of this country is always a family affair, and these families shoulder more than their share of the task. We don't fight because we hate our enemies, but because we love our country. We love its freedom, and we love that we as Americans are born equal and live free, and that no one can boss us around or rule us without our consent. We know these things are worth fighting for and dying for because they make life worth living for. Our warriors and their families don't ask for much. We're blessed to serve, and we're grateful for the generosity of our fellow citizens. But there are a few things we'd like. We'd like a commander-in-chief who speaks of winning wars and not merely ending wars. We'd like a commander-in-chief who calls the enemy by its name. A commander-in-chief who draws red lines cautiously, but enforces them ruthlessly. And it would be nice to have a commander-in-chief who can be trusted to handle classified information. And we'd like politicians who treat our common defense as the chief responsibility of the federal government, not just another government program. This isn't much to ask for, but 8 years without it is more than enough, and another 4 years is unthinkable. So let me quote the last Republican vice president about the consequences of the last time a Clinton was in the White House, and let me say again, this time directly to our troops in a Trump-Pence administration and with a Republican Congress, help is on the way. Now believe me, no man wants more war if he's seen the face of war. I've planned memorial services for fallen comrades in the mountains of Afghanistan. I've carried their flag-draped caskets off a plane. I've buried them at Arlington National Cemetery. But the wisdom of the ages affirms the counsel of our first president to be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace. The purpose of our common defense, after all, is to protect the American people and preserve our independence so that we can enjoy the blessings of peace: faith, freedom, family, prosperity. My father and his father were willing to fight so that their children and grandchildren might live in peace. Sadly, that wasn't to be. But my generation is fighting, has fought, and will fight so that our children, my infant son Gabriel, and the Christmas baby my wife and I are expecting, might one day live in peace. And for that cause, I speak tonight not only to Republicans, but to the millions of independents and Democrats who share that dream and who wish to make America safe again. Thank you, and God bless you.
Please welcome Karen Vaughn.